Hello and welcome to this special coverage marking the celebrations of the National Day. I am Hamid Yusuf. During this coverage, we will bring you highlights of Bahrain festive season in commemoration of the establishment of the Bahraini state as an Arab and Muslim country founded by Ahmed al-Fatih in 1783, the anniversary of its full membership in the United Nations, and the anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne. All roads and buildings all over the governorates in our beloved kingdom are beautifully decorated and dressed in the two colors of the flags, red and white, for the celebration of Bahrain's national days with patriotic ornaments and attractive lights within a joyous atmosphere. Stay tuned, we will be right back. The Ministry of Information Affairs is organizing a festival in celebration of the joyous national holidays. A variety of different activities are available for you and your family to enjoy at the Heritage Village in Ras Hayyan at the Southern Governorate until the 19th of December of 2022. The village, which is considered a remarkable national monument, is currently hosting many events and activities, musical shows by folk bands, and a market with various shops and products. The entertainment programs are providing an opportunity to enjoy the atmosphere of the Heritage Village and its permanent architectural models that reflect the different phases of the history of Bahrain. Live the traditional atmosphere and learn about crafts, see musical shows, and visit traditional displays and marketplaces. Many public institutions are taking part in this year's festival, including the Education, Health and Tourism Ministries, Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority, the BTEA, and Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities, the BACA.
As part of Bahrain's National Day celebrations, the Ministry of Information organized the National Day Festival at the Heritage Village. The village includes events, kids' activities, musical shows, and a market with various shops and local products.
Hi, I'm Shreya. I'm visiting from Montreal, Canada, and I'm visiting the Heritage Village today to learn more about the culture, and it's so beautiful in the spirit of the National Day coming up soon. It's been really nice to be here and to learn more about the local culture. I saw all the foods and the traditional clothing, and just being around the people and being in that spirit has been really nice. I think my favorite part is the puppets walking around. That was something very unexpected. I got some really nice pictures with them, and they're wearing their traditional clothes, so it's nice to see the traditional culture exhibited in that way. So I'm really happy to be here today.
The entertainment programs are aiming to provide an opportunity for children and adults to spend the best of their time in the Heritage Village. The visitors expressed their amazement about the architectural models that reflect the different phases of the history of Bahrain.
I'm Abdullah. I'm Bahraini. I study in Al Hidayah School. I'm so proud today to show people about my school history and about all things here about exams before 17 years. I'm also so proud about school history because my father study here.
Hi, my name is Ziyad Sultan and I'm 17 years old and I study at Al Hidayah Al Khalifiyya. It's an honor to me today that I will represent my school Al Hidayah Al Khalifiyya at the Heritage Village, and I hope all the people enjoy when they come and see the history of Al Hidayah Al Khalifiyya. It is a really great school.
My name is Srinivas. I am in Bahrain for last 15 years. Okay, so I found of Bahrain very well. Okay, so I just came to here to see the heritage village. So it's good actually. It was a showcase of Bahrain culture. So there were so many things like I see the first thing is the police station. They displayed it. It was quite good actually. They show us how was the old police station, and I see the hospital. I went inside and I see how is the hospital in the olden days. It's old culture, but it was displayed in a very good manner. And especially the stalls here, they display all the Bahraini culture. These items were there. So I found of this one. And the food stall also, I see the food, all the Bahraini food, Arabic culture foods are there.
The Heritage Village is considered as an attraction in line with the kingdom's strategy to serve the tourism sector and to promote the richness of the culture and history of the Kingdom of Bahrain. This is Khawla Youssef reporting for Bahrain International TV.
Welcome back. Since its early years, Bahrain has adopted democracy, and it has been an integral part of the policies of its successive rulers for decades, deeply interested in the involvement and partnership of citizens in the decision-making process out of a true belief in the importance of democracy. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa launched the ambitious reforming project accompanied with the National Action Charter, which reflected the wise vision for democratization and the parliamentary process in the kingdom with its 40 appointed members. The Shura Council has played a remarkable role over the years in terms of creating an advanced democratic environment and mature political action in the kingdom. For more about the achievements of the Shura Council as well as women's contribution to the national comprehensive development in the legislative field, we would like to welcome the Shura member, Dr. Ibtisam Al-Dallal. Hello, Dr. Ibtisam, and welcome
Hello.
to our special coverage.
Hello, thank you so much.
Dr. Ibtisam, I would like to start with by congratulating you on your reappointment in the Shura Council by His Majesty the King. And on this joyous occasion, we would like to highlight that in the royal speech, His Majesty the King said, "It is a matter of pride that Bahraini women today exceed the traditional stages of empowerment to reach the higher status they now enjoy, as they represent a high percentage of the country's higher status and public and private sector employees. How do you value such valuable pride and royal trust in Bahraini women's role and efforts?"
First, I would like to thank you for the congratulations. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to His Majesty the Most King and for the royal trust and for the high confidence given to me. And this really motivates us to work really very hard for the next 4 years for the Kingdom of Bahrain and service the citizens. Going back to your question, in fact, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and also His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and the Prime Minister, also Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Khalifa, the President of the Supreme Council for Women, and the wise leadership, all have played really a major role in the transformation of Bahraini women from the empowerment to the advancement and to the key role she is playing today in the development and the development process in Bahrain. If we go to numbers, we can see that in 2022, Bahraini women percentage in the public sector is 56%, which is really quite high, and it is 35% in the private sectors. And with the recent elections for the parliament, Bahraini women is occupying 20% of the parliament, whereas the appointment for the Shura Council, it was 25%. In fact, here we don't speak about the numbers as long as we speak about the efficiency, because when we speak about the numbers, we don't accept quotas in Bahrain. But we talk about the efficiency, and we talk also about the eagerness of Bahraini women to take really such high responsibility. You know, this Athar monument, which was inaugurated on the 1st of December for Bahraini Women Day. This is a real recognition for Bahraini women in the presence of the United Nations for really their impact and contribution in various vital fields. So Bahraini women is really given this opportunity, and the transformation was so fast between the empowerment to the advancement.
Yes, indeed, Dr. Ibtisam, I couldn't agree with you more. And Bahraini women has established their national and leadership roles in achieving growth and prosperity in the kingdom, and strengthened diplomatic action based on their sense of patriotic responsibility and their eagerness to contribute to the progress in all fields. Can you tell us about stages of development of Bahraini women's participation compared to their regional counterparts and factors behind its success?
In fact, Bahrain is unique in the region. Because Bahraini women participation in the public services or public activities increase over the years. In fact, it started in the 1930s when Bahraini women started to participate in the municipal election at that time, because Bahraini women was given the eligibility to vote if she owned property registered in her name. And then we go to 1951, when we see Bahraini women also participated in the election of the Central Municipal Authority. And in 1971, 8 Bahraini women, this is really a history record, 8 Bahraini women from the Women and Child Welfare Society, Women's Society, and An-Nahda Society participated in the referendum to prove the Arabic identity of Bahrain in the presence at that time of envoy from the General Secretariat of the United Nations. And then when His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, with his ascension to the throne in 1999, 4 women were appointed in the first Shura Council. That was in 2000. And then that was followed by the appointment of 6 women among 46 members for the National Action Charter. And then it was, a smaller committee to draft the National Action Charter, and it was consisting of 16 members. 2 of them were women. And these women really, in all this process of National Action Charter, were very prominent and very, very active. That this reflect on so many legislations later on in the National Action Charter. So the 2001, then this year was really a milestone in the Bahraini women history, we can say, as there was the amendment of the legislation by the National Action Charter ensured that Bahraini women receives all their political rights. And that was really a remarkable year. And then after 17 years, Fawzia Zainal became the Speaker of the Parliament in 2018. And she was the first Arab woman to occupy this position. And this is really a remarkable achievement.
Having Bahraini women assuming managerial and leading positions in the kingdom is a true source of pride, not just for Bahrain, for its people as well.
Yes.
Dr. Ibtisam, the Shura Council's committees are the pillars of its legislative work. Can you talk briefly about those committees and how their performance is integrated to serve unified goals?
Yeah. In fact, we have 6 committees in the Shura Council. We can start with the Legal and Legislative Committee, which is the main committee. All the legislations, proposals, drafts, bills are going through this committee to see if they are adequate and go with the provision constitutions. Of course, this committee also help the council and the other committees in drafting legislations, and of course they have also other specialties. And then we have the foreign affairs and defense committee. This committee will look, of course, after the international position. It will look after the international policy development. It will look after the international agreement and the treaties. And of course, it will look after the external and internal securities. And then we have the third committee, which is very important. This is the Financial and Economic Affairs Committee, and this will look after all the projects, construction projects related to the social and economic development, and to see that it is within the government budget. And it will look also after at the planning, economic planning in the government. And the main thing, of course, it will look after all the activities of the ministries and the interests, and mainly also it will look at the state budget and the final account. And then we go to the service committee. I am in the service committee. The service committee will look at all subjects related to education, to health, to information, literacy, and so many other things. And then we have the public utility and environment, and to look at all the subjects related to housing, roads, environment, males, agriculture, and so on. And of course, we have the sixth committee, which is the Women and Child Committee. This committee will look at the adequacy of the available agreements that it is going with the international agreements, and also will have all the discuss and give opinion about all the referred subjects to this committee regarding women and child, and that was including the legislations and the laws. And also it will look at the or follow up on the recommendations given by the international parliamentaries and other assignment bodies in these parliaments, and will follow on these recommendations and the decisions of these committees. So now how these all work in the Shura Council and how we how things going out from Shura Council. In fact, all the proposals and the legislations come to the council board, where all the chairperson of the committees meet with the president of the Shura Council, and then this will be distributed on the committees, and then these committees will meet, and then they invite all the stakeholders to discuss all these issues with them, and then it will go back, and then it go to the discussion in the general session. So really there are 4 stages to have, from the receiving the legislation to having the discussion and passing or not passing through the Majlis or through the council. So the legislative part in any country is really one of the major pillar for the whole political movement.
That is outstanding. Dr. Ibtisam, how do you value the constant progress witnessed by the legislative work in the kingdom, and what are the indications of success?
Well, I will take the indication of success really, because the legislations really go, as I told you, through many stages, and one of the really legislations which is put Bahrain at a high level internationally, that was the restorative justice law for children and their protection from maltreatment. Why put Bahrain on a high level internationally? Because the criminal liability, the age of a criminal liability become 15 years old for any person 15 years old. Under 15 years old, they don't have any liability. Whereas in UK and in the States, it goes to 10 years old. So 10 years old have the liability, criminal liability. So it is really, this legislation among the internationally is really at a very high level. And then we have so many legislations, of course, through the last session. And mainly that, we are proud of is the legislation regarding the alternative penalties. Alternative penalties was really a milestone really for Bahrain in this regard. And of course we have the decree for computing cloud service. We have the other legislations. Also we have something to do with so many things to do with the court and the council chamber and so many things. And we are really very proud that things are going well in the legislative body in Bahrain and give really high standard internationally for Bahrain.
The alternative measures is a true milestone, like you said, for the Kingdom of Bahrain, and it's earned international recognition worldwide.
Yes, yes, yes.
And Dr. Ibtisam, this year witnessed the parliamentary and municipal elections, which saw a record-breaking wide public participation. How do you value the awareness of effective participation in the democracy process and political movement among the people of Bahrain, and especially the youth category?
Well, the election this year was really put Bahrain on a remarkable position, because the participation was 73%. And this is not a small number. This is a really high percentage. And if I recall the numbers and the participation of youth also, it was very much recognized during this process. If I see the numbers, I can also recall the major role played by the Political Development Institute in Bahrain. And this institute organized 83 activities during 2022, between workshops, seminars, films, dialogue meetings, so many activities. And the training number for people in this institution itself, over 4,000 people. From the candidates, he was looking after 330 candidates. And from these candidates, we have 13 now in the parliament and 5 in the municipality. So it is really played a major role. But in general, it is really was a remarkable achievement for Bahrain and for the political process and the political movement in general.
Absolutely. And Dr. Ibtisam, last but not least, how can Bahrain's initiative and stories of success in political, democratic, and human rights fields inspire the other countries?
Well, we are inspiring other countries.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, yes. In fact, first thing that the democracy process is by itself is an inspiring subject, because this 73% is really a big number if you compare it with other countries. So this is inspiring. And also, I would again put this legislation, the legislation law of restorative justice for children and the protection from malpractice. This is really an inspiring for other countries, that the 15 years old child only he is he has the liable criminal liability, and this is really inspiring for other countries. Most of the countries, Arab countries also, and other countries, it goes to 12 years. Only in Germany they have 14 years old. But in most of the countries, it goes to 12 years, 10 years, even 8 years in some of the states in the United States. So it is really an inspiring legislation. And then the most inspiring really is the women's status in Bahrain and the transformation from the empowerment to the advancement.
What is really inspiring is having you here with us and listening to your words.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Ibtisam, would you like to add anything before we conclude?
Thank you, and I hope that this session and the opened by His Majesty, it will be a very hard work for us to serve Bahrain, to serve our country, and to serve the people.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ibtisam. It was a true honor having you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We continue this special program marking the Kingdom of Bahrain's National Day right after this.
مثلها عز وجمال في زينها سحر حلال كأن الله بجوده جمال كل المحاسن في أوال كأن الله بجوده جمال كل المحاسن في أوال بحرين عشق القلوب ملوم من فيها يذوب والدار من خير الدوال والشعب من خير الشعوب من ما يحبها يا ترى أغلى شعب واطهر ثرى عطر التسامح عطرها وعم المداين والقرى حلوة وجهزتها زين وحلا من قادها بحريننا بك يا حمد تحيا ربيع امجادها بك عانقتها من السحاب خطواتها عين الصواب تكتب حكاية مجدها متجاوزة كل الصعاب الله 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 من ذاق سكر وصلها جرب حفاوة أهلها لو عاش أكثر من عمر في أرضها ما ملها اسأل عذاري عنها كل عذوبة منها لو تطلب عيون الشعاب وما خاب فينا ظنها من يشتريها ما يبيع دامه دلياها يضيع عاشت وتبقى للأبد أرض المحبة للجميع نذر علي صونها والروح تفنى دونها أمي بطيبتها حضنت كل شعبها بعيونها الله 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 الله
Welcome back. The month of December is filled with a series of culture-filled events celebrating the National Day, expressing our love for our homeland and our connection to its culture in commemoration of the establishment of the modern Bahraini state as an Arab and Muslim state founded by Ahmed al-Fatih in 1783 and the anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne. Throughout the month, the celebration will take place at different locations. And to talk more about those events, we are pleased to be joined here at the studio by the President of the Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities, Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed Al Khalifa. Hello, Your Excellency, and first I would like to welcome you to this special coverage.
Thank you for hosting me.
Your Excellency, throughout the current month, Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities has prepared a diverse festive programs in cooperation with various institutions to celebrate the National Day. Can you tell us more about that?
Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities organized a series of events and workshops throughout the month of December in spirit of the national celebrations that we're all proud of. We have kicked off our celebrations with a festival in Muharraq Nights, which was very well received by the public, and it was an opportunity for us to showcase a number of talents in the design sector and the arts, music, as well as food. And we were very happy with the amount of response that that festival received by the public, which shows the interest in cultural activities. And we continue our celebrations till the end of the month with a number of workshops, whether it's handicrafts workshops in the Jalsa Center or the performance by the Bahrain Philharmonic Orchestra in the National Theatre to commemorate the theatre's 10th anniversary, and as well in celebration of the National Day. All of these events cater for different segments of society and of community, and they're quite diverse, and I highly recommend to your viewers to update their calendars by following our channels on social media and the website of the authority, which is continuously being updated with information as to the events according to the dates.
That is amazing. And Your Excellency, how do you value the vast attendance of people in entertainment and interactive activities of the National Day organized by BACA?
I think what is reassuring is that each of the events that we organize appeals to a different segment of the public. So we obviously ensure that many of our programming is targeting children and the young, as we believe in education as a major role in harnessing and progressing our culture. In addition to many of the musical shows that are organized either at the National Theatre or the Culture Hall, or in public spaces as well. As you know, these festivities are not confined within a specific venue, but are spread out across Bahrain. And we're very happy that we have worked hand in hand with other entities in Bahrain to ensure a calendar that is cohesive, that is diverse, and that is busy as well.
That sounds really, really interesting, Your Excellency. And what can you tell us about BACA's main achievements during 2022?
The year 2022 has been a very eventful and fruitful year to the cultural sector in Bahrain. Whether on the national scene, we have a number of festivals that we have successfully delivered to the public, including the Heritage Festival, the Annual Art Fair, and so on. But I think there were a number of initiatives that really marked this year, including the inauguration of the Bahrain Philharmonic Orchestra, which is a unique addition to the music scene here in Bahrain. And we hope that this initiative will encourage more Bahrainis to engage as musicians as a career. In addition to our support to handicrafts, which we believe are a major event or a major part in identifying and showcasing our rich and diverse culture. And we have inaugurated a house next to Qaraat al-Bahrain dedicated to basket weaving, which is an important craft associated with that area. And we have also encouraged a number of initiatives that support literature and the arts in general, but I might also highlight some of the engagements that we had on an international level, which I think were crucial to showcasing our cultures to the world. Most notably, the conclusion of Dubai Expo, where the Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities have supervised the participation of Bahrain in this important global gathering through the pavilion that showcased different elements of our culture and investment opportunities as well, in collaboration with a number of other entities. And most recently, we have opened the Dilmen exhibition at the Louvre Museum in Paris, which will run for 5 years, which is a long-term loan between the Bahrain National Museum and the Louvre Museum in Paris, which will enable the global public visiting the Louvre to understand our ancient civilizations of Dilmen and Tyrus, in line with other civilizations already in exhibit at the Louvre. So all of these initiatives are focused both internally towards our local audience, but as well internationally.
And I am sure all of these initiatives are a source of encouragement for all Bahraini youth in the Kingdom of Bahrain. And Your Excellency, how do you value the provided royal and government support to the field of culture and antiquities?
We are very fortunate here in Bahrain to have the strong support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, and His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince, Prime Minister, to the cultural scene in Bahrain. And that support only encourages us as a government authority, but as well the cultural sector as a whole, to provide more and to showcase what we have. I think we're very fortunate in Bahrain to have a very rich and unique culture and heritage, and our efforts are all in line to showcase that and to make it accessible to the public and to make sure that it is transmitted from one generation to the other, as we believe heritage is a responsibility that needs to be educated and transferred as well.
And how does the BACA benefit from new means of social media to spread awareness about its activities?
Social media is a critical role today to any cultural institute. In addition to its role in education, we have utilized social media platforms to include the community in our programming. So many of our open calls actually are done through social media, which attract a variety of submissions. And we have done that in whether in design competitions, whether in exhibitions. And we have found that social media platforms have been the most effective to reaching the widest spectrum of audience. And we have received great feedback, and many of the feedback we receive as well as an entity is through social media platform, because we believe that public are very keen and have comfort in using social media platforms to suggest ideas, to express viewpoints, and to give us feedback as well. I think feedback is something very important for any cultural institute, and we rely on social media for that.
And what are the upcoming events that will be organized by Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities?
Our events for this month, as I said, are quite diverse, and I encourage the public to engage with the National Museum. The National Museum today has a number of exciting exhibitions, including The Living Sea by the photographer Prince Hussein Aga Khan, which is an interesting exhibition about our oceans and the diversity of our oceans, and I think that might appeal to the younger generation in our community, and so I encourage them to visit that. We also have another exhibition in the foyer of the museum to commemorate the historic visit of the Pope to Bahrain, in addition to another exhibition by the Scottish Dacian artist, Shauna Illingsworth, Topologies of Air, which is a video installation that presents our relation to the sky in a very different way, and I think it's also a great exhibition to explore. In addition to the associated programming, including many of the music performances, whether in the National Museum or in different areas of Bahrain, and I encourage the public to update themselves with our calendar to find the appropriate locations and the appropriate events to engage with in these celebrations.
And Your Excellency, from your point of view, how do you see the future of culture and antiquities sector here in the Kingdom?
I think our future is promising. I think the talent in Bahrain is exceptional, and we've seen that very clearly during Muharram nights. We have the participation of artists and designers, and the response from the public, I think, was very reassuring, not to us as an authority, but I think to many of the artists and designers themselves. And I think that was a reflection of the strong community bonds that we have here in Bahrain and the supportive spirit that we have. And I think with that, our culture and heritage will progress very firmly and with confidence as well.
That is truly fascinating. Your Excellency, would you like to add anything before we conclude?
I would encourage all the people that are watching to enjoy the rich calendar that has been lined up for the month of for December, and we look forward to a new year as well, filled with many events and programming that will also be important in showcasing our heritage and culture.
Thank you so much for having this interview with us. It was a true pleasure.
Thank you.
Bahrain festive season started with the beginning of December and will continue throughout the entire month with fireworks, festivals, carnivals, and other events. We will speak more about this right after this short break. Bahrain National Day celebrations also included entertainment programs, stalls showcasing Bahraini handicrafts, cultural shows and exhibitions that reflected the traditional Bahraini heritage, along with live concerts and much more. Whether this land is where you were born and raised or simply your home away from home, the month of December is a month of happiness and joy as the whole kingdom is celebrating Bahrain's National Day with various amazing activities. It is the month of celebrating prosperous, remarkable and constant achievements of the kingdom that has a success story scripted for the Bahrainis in each and every aspect of life. Let us watch this report for more.
In coordination with the municipality of the Southern Region, the Bahrain Riders Ride took place on the 16th of December straight in Isa town in celebration of the National Day of the Kingdom of Bahrain.
My name is Assam Hadi. I'm a member of Bahrain Riders. Bahrain Riders basically is a group of people who have joined together with the club, and it's actually an official club. We are participating part of the Bahrain National Day celebrations, and this is one of the best things we do. Every year we do this and we repeat it because we feel we are part of this whole community, and the riders basically are part of it, and we are very, very proud of that. Bahrain Rider by itself, as you know, we represent Bahrain on all the networks everywhere. So wherever we go, we are actually called Bahrain Riders. So that's the whole thing. So that for that reason, we also, in the Bahrain celebration, we're part of that, and we're making sure that we're present in every event, everything, and that's what we do every year.
Looking to Bahrain Riders in general, Bahrain Riders Club is a club established officially on 22nd of July 2009 under the umbrella of the Youth and Association. And later on we shifted to the Ministry of Sports and Youth. And currently we are under the Association of the Youth and Sport in Bahrain. Our contribution towards the National Day events since the inception of Bahrain Rider Club, and every year since they established this nice bright walkway, we are taking part of it, and we also organize the National Day parade, which this year will be taking place on Friday 16th in the afternoon. We'll be gathering in Zayed town at 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock the parade officially will start going around Bahrain, and it will end in the Bahrain Rider Club hub, which is located in the Swefia area next to Al Dana Mall. Everybody is welcome there.
So I just came here to see the National Day celebration, just to see how the lights are, and I'm very happy, I'm very glad that I came here today, and It's very beautiful. And every year it's lit up, but this year I think it's a little bit different. There are more lights and there are a lot of people even now itself before the National Day has ever started.
My name is Sana. Today I'm 13 years old. Today I come in Isa town and I enjoy this place to see the lights. I enjoy so much. It's so nice.
My name is Summer Yasser and I am 12 years old. I was born in Bahrain as an American, and I think Bahrain is a very peaceful country. It has lots of nice people, and the place I'm in is beautifully decorated. It has so many people, and also the lights are just amazing.
I'm Aisha. I'm 12 years old, and I think this place is very nice. I always come here every year I come here to just look at it, and I think our country is very nice, and I have so much fun here.
My name is Ravi Jain, and I come from India. I'm in Bahrain for the last 2 years, and to be very honest, I will say that I have fallen in love with the place. It's amazingly beautiful country, and during my this 2 year I have fallen in love with beaches, people of Bahrain, culture, tradition, everything. They are very receptive, and particularly in the month of December, Bahrain is stunning. I make a point every day to go out, see lights, see how the country has been decorated, how the people are celebrating, and my love for Bahrain is getting deeper and deeper. I wish you guys all the best. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud of friendship between India and Bahrain. Thank you.
Hello, hi. My name is Badr Fahad, and I am 12 years old. And I came here with my family, and I love my country, and I am so happy with Bahrain International Day, and the place is so beautiful and people are enjoying here.
My name is Hannah. I'm 8 years old. It's so beautiful. I love you, Bahrain.
Since its establishment, the Capital Governorate has been seeking to promote and develop the services provided to all segments of the community by adopting a number of remarkable activities and programs. Its activities has been always been diverse in an attempt to reach the desired goals of community service and maintain its welfare. Marking Bahrain's 51st National Day and His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's accession to the throne, the Capital Governorate is sharing the happiness with all citizens and residents of the kingdom by organizing a number of events and providing amazing decoration of roads and buildings. To talk more about that, we are pleased to be joined over the phone by the Director of the Information and Follow-up Department at the Capital Governorate, Mr. Yusuf Lori. Hello, Mr. Yusuf, and happy National Day.
Happy National Day. Good afternoon.
Mr. Yusuf, the Capital Governorate is keen to celebrate the National Day every year, engaging all people of Bahrain. Can you tell us more about those celebrations and what makes this year's celebration unique?
The Capital Governorate, with the leadership of His Excellency Sheikh Rashid bin Abdurrahman Al Khalifa, the Governor of Capital Governorate, and in collaboration with the Capital Secretary, is organizing a unique event in celebration of Bahrain's National Day on the 15th of December, starting from 5 p.m. at the Bahrain Bay. The event will include 2 drone shows held for the very first time in the Bahrain Bay at 7 p.m. and again at 9 p.m., as well as a laser show and light show, performance by the police band, food trucks, and music.
All of these events and celebrations make the people of Bahrain eager to attend to celebrate the national occasion. How do you value the vast attendance of people in entertainment and interactive activities of the kingdom?
Currently, the value of the attendance in the National Day celebration by both citizens and residents in Manama, and we are keen on introducing a new exciting experience for that purpose. The National Day is a celebration of the spirit and values of the nationalism and solidarity, of our love to Bahrain and our leadership. It is a celebration for everyone in Bahrain. Other than the highly anticipated large National Day celebration, the capital governorate ensures that it engages citizens and organizations in various ways. On the run-up to the National Day, the streets and buildings in Bahrain are decorated with lights and Bahraini flags colors of red and white. And the capital governorate holds an annual competition for the best decorated buildings for this occasion, with the various categories such as public and private institutions. Social media also is another essential method for engaging people, which is why we hold a competition to reward the 5 most beautiful photos posted in social media that reflect the joyful celebration of the National Day, and the winners are presented with the valuable prizes.
Mr. Yusuf, how do you value the cooperation between the government and both official and civil institutions in achieving the aspired goals of community partnership?
Yes. One of the main objectives of the governorate is achieving and maintaining community partnership, as it is one of the main indicators for achieving the sustainable development. The governorate facilitates and encourages the cooperation between the public, private, and civil institutions. This cooperation is essential to achieving the goals of the governorate. And one of this occasion, we would like to thank all the organizations that have been greatly contributed to the initiatives and projects of the capital governorate throughout the year.
It is a day of joyousness and pride for all Bahrainis to celebrate the National Day of the Kingdom of Bahrain. Director of Information and Follow Department at the Capital Governorate, Mr. Yusuf Lori, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned, we will be back right after this. And marking this special occasion, the ambassador of Germany made the following statement in which he congratulated Bahrain's leadership and people, hailing the excellent bilateral relations and joint cooperation.
Yes, I'd like to congratulate the Bahraini leadership, the Bahraini people, to the 51st National Day. Germany, as you know, has been one of the first countries to recognize Bahrain diplomatically. We have celebrated our 50 years of diplomatic relations this year extensively in Berlin, here with different celebrations. And now we're looking at the joint future of our cooperation. Germany and Bahrain are linked by strong economic ties, a joint political vision, especially when it comes to the respect of international law, sovereignty, and working together in the United Nations. And looking at the challenges ahead, especially the climate change, there is, I think, a great potential in cooperation. German technology could help Bahrain achieve the energetic transition, and Bahrain can obviously also help Germany achieve energetic security for the future. So this is certainly one of the areas where, based on a very nice and very friendly joint past, we're looking at a bright future of cooperation.
Marking the celebrations of Bahrain National Day, the ambassador of India to the Kingdom of Bahrain gave us a statement in which he highlighted the deep-rooted bilateral relations and extended congratulations marking the occasion.
On behalf of the Indian community in Bahrain and on my own behalf, I convey warm greetings and best wishes to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the government and people of Bahrain on the occasion of 51st National Day of Kingdom of Bahrain. The historical and friendly relations between India and Bahrain have in recent years developed into a close and mutually beneficial partnership. The Golden Jubilee celebrations, both in Bahrain and in India, have further strengthened the bonds of friendship between our youth. Our bilateral cooperation continued on an upward trajectory this year. As we now move into the next year, I see our partnership set to intensify and expand. I join the Indian community in thanking the leadership and the government of Bahrain for their warmth and care. The atmosphere of harmony and peaceful coexistence in the kingdom have led to vibrant Indian community flourish and contribute to the economic development of this beautiful country. I once again wish the friendly people of Kingdom of Bahrain continued progress and prosperity as the kingdom celebrates its 51st National Day.
Marking this special occasion, the Ambassador of the United States of America congratulated Bahrain's leadership and people, hailing the bilateral relations and joint cooperation in the following statement.
On behalf of the United States Embassy, I congratulate the government and the people of the Kingdom of Bahrain as you commemorate the 51st anniversary of Bahrain's independence and the accession of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. I would also like to extend my sincere congratulations on the opening of the first session of the 6th legislative term of the National Assembly. The United States greatly values our long-standing relationship with Bahrain, and we thank His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness Crown Prince and Prime Minister Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa for their continued commitment to our historic and growing alliance. This year, the Kingdom of Bahrain celebrates its independence after conducting peaceful and orderly legislative and municipal elections and forming a new government. We look forward to strengthening our partnership with the new government, and we wish the Council of Ministers and members of the National Assembly all success in their work on behalf of the people of Bahrain. The United States and Bahrain have a deep and broad bilateral relationship covering a wide array of common interests and values, from national and regional security to trade and investment to fundamental freedoms. The firm foundation of this relationship is the historic people-to-people connection. We are partners, we are allies, and we are friends. A secure, stable, and prosperous Bahrain is in the national interest of the United States. The United States Embassy looks forward to expanding our close partnership and working with you for peace and prosperity. Happy National Day, Bahrain!
The Philippine Embassy in Manama, Kingdom of Bahrain, extends its warmest greetings and sincere congratulations to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, to His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to the government and to the people of the Kingdom of Bahrain on the occasion of Bahrain's National Day and the 23rd anniversary of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's accession to the throne. We also celebrate the long-standing ties and partnership between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Republic of the Philippines. On this auspicious occasion, we wish our Bahraini friends continued success and peace and prosperity for the Kingdom of Bahrain. I say, Mabuhay Bahrain!
With the perfectly splendid weather currently prevailing in the kingdom, both citizens and residents are celebrating this special day across the governorates of the kingdom with great joyousness and patriotism, carrying Bahrain's flags and expressing their love toward Bahrain and its wise leadership. We have reached to our end of our special coverage for today. We wish you all a happy and joyful National Day. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.